We're here at the World Governments Summit, where, of course, discussions focus on the geopolitics, on trade and diplomacy. The biggest European delegation, I should note, is led by the Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, who has taken a very active voice in the region. He advocated for the two-state solution for Palestinians and also was very critical of the war in Gaza. Also on the agenda, and this is really a question permeating this conference and the region beyond the UAE, but also the Gulf, is the situation in Iran. As you know, talks are expected to take place this week between a U.S. delegation and authorities in Iran. There's a question as to whether or not talks to restart a nuclear deal can take place and de-escalate the situation in the country, which of course escalated after Iran cracked down violently on protesters. As also remember that President Trump has been clear and repeated many times that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon and will never be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. In this region, of course, the question is whether or not military escalation and conflict can still be avoided. The other big subject very much on the diplomatic front is Ukraine, because this country, the UAE and Abu Dhabi in particular, will now host another round of talks between the Ukrainians and the Russians. Yesterday, the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the Russians, if they take the right steps, they can still or potentially lead the way to an acceleration in the talks towards a peace deal, but also said that up until now, Russians had not really changed their goals. And this, of course, is happening in a very difficult context for the Ukrainian people, with temperatures dropping below 20%, the energy infrastructure heavily damaged. And that means there is a population currently now freezing in Ukraine. I should also stress a note. The German Chancellor yesterday said that this is no longer the moment and is not the right time for the Europeans to engage directly with the Russians, suggesting that the Kremlin has not moved an inch from, quote, their maximalist goals.